If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see...
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
They'll run on first down with Akers. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 24, Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And the Rams are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows, get the ball.
Touchdown, Rams! Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Niners had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Working from the gun, Lance. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he is going to have the 49ers 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Though that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's got the first down and more. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Here's one of the longest tenured members of the Super Bowl champs, Tyler Higbee, making the first down. 7th year as a starter for LA. Just a stable presence for the Rams at the tight end spot with a dash of dynamic plays along the way. One of those starters who may be overlooked, but a key part of why they won the Lombardi Trophy.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second down and 8.
21.
They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. The Lance going to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Let's go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Lance looking to throw it. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And Lance now to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. They got his man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 51 yards. And the 49ers are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. A gain of 3, 2nd down. These Rams and Niners met 3 times a season ago. The Niners had the Rams number in the regular season, winning 31-10 in Santa Clara, and then again 27-24 in overtime in the season's final week. But the Rams got the last laugh in the NFC Championship game with that 20-17 victory. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half. The final shot before the break. Stafford. Flush to his right. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Stafford on third down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
After the interception, here's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And give them a gain of 37.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. Touchdown! Allen Robinson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check back. Ready.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. On the return is Williams. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
Going right back to Akers.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Los Angeles, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamped the time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiled little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back.